Good morning, students. So this is Jnaneshwar Shinde, lecturer in chemistry, and today we are going to learn a new important and very interesting topic in organic chemistry. So here in intermediate first year as well as in second year also, organic chemistry is showing an important role as per the scoring subject is concerned, or in entrance examinations also. Many more questions we can expect from organic chemistry. So in view of that, so organic chemistry basic fundamentals are very essential to know about the organic compounds, and the conceptual learning should be needed to understand the concepts of organic chemistry. So let's see, friends, what are the main important topics which are covered in organic chemistry. So firstly, in organic chemistry, the basic, the organic compound which can be prepared, the Wohler has synthesized organic compound from ammonium cyanide. When he heated ammonium cyanide and he got urea. So ammonium cyanide is a inorganic compound. So from inorganic compound, the Wohler synthesized organic compound, and the formula of urea is NH2CO NH2. Now this urea, okay, apart from these organic compound, many more organic compounds are, okay, very much having their uses in clothing, fuels, polymer, dyes, preparing many more organic compounds which are used in daily life. So before going to learn detail about organic chemistry, so there is a prominent use of organic compounds in our daily life. Next, if you see the structure of and the presentation of organic compounds, the complete condensed and bond line structure formulas we have to learn. So then only what are the functional groups are present in these organic compounds, and what type of structure it's having, the nature of bonding, which all matters to know the detailed structure of organic compounds. So here, so the many more scientists they have presented organic structures in these Levy structure, dot structure, dash structure, and condenser structure, bond line structure. All these structures are showing the proper, okay, structure of organic compounds. So we have to learn in further studies. Now, in this, you see here in this picture, we have carbon-carbon single bonding, carbon-carbon double bonding, and carbon-carbon triple bonding. So here, see, the single bonding compound is ethane. Now see here, in carbon-carbon, two atoms, consecutive atoms of two carbons having single bonding. It means these two carbons have sp3 hybridization. Clearly, single bond is representing sp3 hybridization. So this is the structure of ethane. Now you go to second one, ethene. Ethene is, now here the suffix is in, e and e. So it representing two consecutive carbons are bonded with double bond. So in this double bond, one sigma bond is there and one pi bond is there. So see here in this ethene, two carbons attached with double bonding. So here nature of bonding is here two bonds are attached. So this type of bonding is called alkene. Ene is suffix for these compounds. Now, if we discuss about this third one, ethine, the formula of ethine is C2H2. The formula of ethine is C2H2. So see here, ethine, in ethine, the two carbons are bonded. Okay, triple bonding is observed. It means two pi bonds and one single bond present in two carbons. So here, this type of bonding is called, okay, alkynes. Alkynes. So we have alkanes, carbon-carbon single bonding. This is the example is ethane. Carbon-carbon double bonding is example ethene, and carbon-carbon triple bonding is example ethine, which is also known as acetylene. So let's see another one. Now see this structure can also represented in the following ways. Ethane CH3 it means two carbons and six hydrogens. So we can see this one as we can write like CH3. For ethene, it means it's also called as ethylene. Ethylene is CH2 double bond CH2, two carbons and four hydrogens. Whereas in ethine or acetylene, two carbons and two hydrogen, but two carbons are bonded triple bonding. So here single bonding, in ethene double bonding, and in ethine triple bonding is there. So here, so many more another examples also there. So representation of bond line structure representation in organic compounds are very much important. So we go to another slide. See in this picture, you can clearly see here. So in this compound, see the methyl group attached to this chain structure carbon. So the number of carbons you see here, so the chain is long. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 carbons are present in a long chain. So here on third carbon, methyl group is presented. Methyl group is presented. So here, now see, 8 carbons are present in a straight line. So this line is, okay, 8 carbon line is called octa. So octa. So every carbon having single bonding. So it is called octane. Okay. On third carbon, we have methyl group. So methyl group. On third carbon, methyl group is present. So 2-methyl octane. This is the nomenclature of this B compound. So this B organic compound, when we are going to give the IUPAC nomenclature, so firstly we have to give the preference to long chain, and then we count the total number of carbons here. Total number of carbons are 8, so we call it octa, and in every carbon single bond is present, so we add the suffix ane, so it is called octane. And now, so on third carbon, methyl group is present. Okay, so here we call this 3-methyl octane. Now see, we can represent this model. We can represent this model, okay, by this picture also. In examinations, they will give this type of picture. So we have to give the nomenclature. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is also octane, and on third carbon, okay, terminal representation of methyl group is there. So these type of structures are also given in examination. So we have to find out, okay, the correct name of the organic compound. So next, go to another slide. So see here, on this compound, see the long chain. Now see CH, CH3, CH, CH2, CH3. Now the bromine group, okay, bromide. So this bromine group is attached to second carbon. So second carbon bromine group is attached. So here we give the name. This one is so methyl. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 carbons are present in a straight line. So we call it but. So but, each carbon having single bond. So we call it butane. And on second carbon, okay, bromo is the functional group present on second carbon. So we called it 2-bromobutane. So this is very simple compound, 2-bromobutane, and it can be represented by this form. So in examination, you see here C option. So in C option, they will give in examination, and they ask us to write the structure of this organic compound or the name of this organic compound. So we have to write 2-bromobutane. Why? Because here on second carbon, bromo functional group is present. Okay. Next, in cyclic compounds, we see inside cyclic compounds, these are also called cycloalkanes. In all compounds, single bonds are present, but these are in cyclic form. So this type of compounds are called cyclic compounds. In these, we have cyclopropane. Okay, three carbons are attached with a single bond, but these three carbons are in cyclic structure. So this type of okay compound is called cyclopropane. Next, if you come to the second one, cyclopentane. So five carbons are arranged in a cyclic way. So it is called cyclopentane. Whereas in here, in third picture, we see on benzene ring. So this one is a cyclohexane. So this is appear like a benzene ring, but this is not a benzene ring. Okay, all carbons are bonded singly. So this one is cyclohexane, and on second carbon or in ortho position of cyclohexane, chlorine group is present, chloride group is present. So this is called chlorocyclohexane. Okay, chlorocyclohexane. Now see, three-dimensional representation of organic molecules also we have given the importance in intermediate. We have no more questions will okay asked in examinations about this, but in entrance examinations, this three-dimensional representation is important. Now we go to second slide. Now see this classification of organic compounds generally. These are the very important topic to understand about the organic chemistry. So classification is an important thing. So these organic compounds are classified into two types, acyclic and cyclic. Acyclic means open chain compounds and cyclic means closed chain or ring compounds. So see here, so acyclic means here aliphatic also. So based on the hybridization, based on the hybridization and based on the structures, these hydrocarbons are classified. So firstly, hydrocarbons are classified based on the structure. So based on structure, hydrocarbons are two types. One is acyclic. Acyclic, it means it is not like a cyclic or not like a round shape. So these are chain structured hydrocarbons. So chain structured hydrocarbons are called okay aliphatic hydrocarbons. In aliphatic hydrocarbons, again based on the hybridization, these are carbon-carbon single bonding are called alkane, okay, which are also known as saturated hydrocarbons, and where carbon-carbon double bond and triple bonding compounds are called in aliphatic unsaturated hydrocarbons. So, for example, we earlier studied ethene and ethine. It means carbon-carbon double bond is representation alkene and carbon-carbon triple bond is indicating alkynes. So we have in alicyclic compounds, okay, in alicyclic compounds, aliphatic compounds are there. Aliphatic means okay chain structured hydrocarbons. In these we have alkane, alkene, alkynes, alkane, alkene, alkynes. Carbon carbon single bond, example ethane. Carbon carbon double bond, example ethene. Carbon carbon triple bond, example ethine, or which is also called as acetylene. Now we come to this second one, cyclic or closed chain ring compounds. So in these cyclic or closed chain ring compounds, we have homocyclic, which are also called as carbocyclic, and second one is heterocyclic, carbocyclic and heterocyclic. So what is the difference this in these two means? Here in carbocyclic, carbon atoms only form the ring. In the formation of ring, only carbon atoms are present. We call it carbocyclic. Okay, and second one is heterocyclic. In heterocyclic, so here along with the carbon, okay, if sulfur, oxygen, fluorine, nitrogen is present, we call it heterocyclic. So in carbocyclic, generally we studied about benzene and benzene derivative. So in carbon cyclic, we have see alicyclic compound and aromatic compounds. So earlier we studied that alicyclic compounds are cycloalkanes. In cycloalkane, cyclopropane, cyclobutane, cyclopentane, and all the compounds are regarding to alicyclic compounds are okay carbon-carbon single bonding, but these are in cyclic form. So these are also called saturated cyclic compounds. Okay, in aromatic cyclic compounds here. So benzene and non-benzenoid compounds are present. So in benzene compounds, benzene derivatives are present. In benzene derivatives based on functional groups which are attached to the benzene ring. So these compounds are varies. These compounds have their functional groups, different functional groups and their different names: aldehyde, ketones, carboxylic acid, amines, cyanide, isocyanides. Okay, so all these come under these benzenoid compounds. So here now if we discuss about heterocyclic compounds, in heterocyclic compounds, so along with the carbon compounds, okay, another nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, sulfur are present in a ring formation. These are called heterocyclic compounds. So here in heterocyclic compound we have pyrrole, furan, thiophene, okay, pyridine. All these compounds are called heterocyclic compounds. So yeah, I think that you can understand this concept classification of organic compounds. So this is very easy concept. In organic compounds, we have two types of hydrocarbons are there. Okay, aliphatic, which is called chain structure hydrocarbons, aromatic, okay, which are called cyclic structure hydrocarbons. So here we studied about the classification of hydrocarbons. So see here some of the examples are given. A cyclic open chain structure. So in open chain structure we see here ethane, okay, isobutane, next acetaldehyde and acetic acid. So here the functional group is C double bond OH. Here functional group is C double bond H. It means aldehyde is there, okay, and here methyl group is attached to aldehyde, methyl group is attached to COOH. Okay, now here isobutane. So here some alicyclic compounds, different structures are, and the branched chain compounds are also present in this. Now see, in alicyclic or closed chain ring structure, in closed chain ring structures, you see here cyclopropane. It means all three carbons are attached in a single bonds, okay, and this structure have alicyclic, okay, hydrocarbons, but which are saturated. Cyclohexane also saturated. Now see this one, furan is there. So along with the chain structure, along with the carbon chain structure, oxygen also present. So this type of compounds are called heterocyclic compounds. So this is called, okay, furan. Now see this one is a aromatic compounds. Aromatic compounds are special types of compounds. These include benzene and other related ring compound of benzenoids. So here benzenoid aromatic compounds, see here benzene. So all six carbons are attached in a cyclic form. Okay, it is similar to cyclohexane, but here double bond are present. Three double bonds are present in benzene, and here on benzene ring, amino group is present attached. So we call this benzene as aniline. Okay, aniline. So this one is benzene and second one is aniline. So amino group is attached on this benzene group. Now here this third one is naphthalene. So here benzene derivatives are naphthalene, anthracene, phenanthrene, benzene. All these compounds are benzenoid aromatic compounds, and those functional groups which are attached to benzene ring. So based on the functional group, the benzene given the IUPAC name. And here in non-benzenoid compounds, see here, so we have furan, thiophene, all heterocyclic compounds are called non-benzenoid compounds which do not follow Huckel's rules. So do you know Huckel's rules? So 4n plus 2 pi electrons are present in those cyclic aromatic compounds are called benzenoid compounds. and non-benzenoid compounds, they do not obey Huckel's rule. So this is the difference between these two compounds. So heterocyclic aromatic compounds are furan, thiophene, pyridine. Already we discussed these compounds. So nomenclature, this IUPAC nomenclature, we have to follow for identify these compounds. So in this video, we going to learn. We already learned about the classification of hydrocarbons and the nature of bonding in hydrocarbons and some of the hints in IUPAC nomenclature. So for many more videos, you can keep watching this channel, Shinde Chemistry Guru. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching this video.